Welcome to the Sideline series, where we are going to talk about how to write and sell ebooks online with Ms. Sha Nacino. Sha is a prolific author, and her latest book, Money and Me, is getting rave reviews. She's also a public speaker, a blogger, and a blogging mentor. She's the woman behind seminarphilippines.com. So we're going to talk about how you could write your own book or ebook, with, even if you don't think you're a writer, and sell it online for some extra cash. All this while doing it part-time. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and listen to Sha's story and just pick up advice on how you could do it yourself. So welcome to Sideline Series, Sha.
Hi, Alan. Happy to be here.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for inviting me.
It's our pleasure to have you here. so, so let's get right into the questions because our readers are
Sure.
curious. How do you do part-time writing and getting income from it? So, for my first question is, people see a book author as someone of an expert, of an authority. So, if you have a book, parang ang taas ng tingin ng tao sa'yo, di ba? So,
Yep.
is this really something na kaya gawin ng tao on a part-time basis?
Mm-hmm. So, thank you for the question. I did an informal survey, tapos na-realize ko na ang daming tao na gusto magsulat ng libro,
Mm-hmm.
but only a small percentage actually wrote and published their own books.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason is simple. Writing a book is a tall order. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's a tall order, it's challenging, but it's doable.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were asking if anyone could do writing a book or not,
Uh-huh.
yes, anyone could write a book
Uh-huh.
because everyone has a story to tell.
Right, right.
But the difference maker would be how passionate are you to complete your book, to actually
Mm-hmm.
write and publish your book.
Mm-hmm.
Because writing a book involves perseverance.
Mm-hmm.
You'll encounter a lot of challenges, but it's doable.
Doable.
And if you just have the right mentors, if you just have the right system for doing it,
Mm-hmm.
anybody could actually write a book.
Right, right. So parang it's a good mixture of passion and of course practical techniques then to accomplish
Yes,
it.
yes.
So ikaw naman,
Uh,
personally how did you start get started writing books?
yung journey ko as an author was a serendipity.
Uh-huh.
I didn't tell myself na I want to be an author.
Mhm.
It didn't happen that way. Ang nangyari was, a year after I started working
Mhm.
in a multinational bank, I got buried in credit card debts.
Oh, I see.
Tapos during that time, bored na ako sa trabaho ko. Tapos gusto ko na mag-resign.
Okay.
But I couldn't resign. Number one, ang dami kong credit card debts.
Mhm.
And number two, number one, ang dami kong credit card debts. I had no savings.
Mhm.
And number two, I asked myself, if I would resign, what will I do? Hindi
Mhm.
ko alam yung sagot
Uh-huh.
kasi I was in a crossroad.
Right.
What I did was I started investing in my financial education. I read
Okay.
books, I attended seminars. And in just 3 years, I was able to turn around my finances, zero out
Wow.
my debts,
Mhm.
and I started to save and invest. Tapos na-realize ko, a lot of yappies were in the same boat
Mhm.
or are in the same boat yung nag-overspend din,
Right.
ganyan, gumagamit din ng credit cards. And I wanted to share yung personal financial management, yung financial literacy among
Right.
yappies.
Right.
So I started among my friends. Every time na we would gather together,
Mhm.
sasabihin ko na, oh, basta mag-share ako about
Right.
money, about credit cards, ganyan.
Right.
But I noticed or I realized that hindi sila comfortable makinig ng
Mm.
topic on money.
Right.
So, yung feeling na nanggigigil ako mag-share,
Yeah.
pero wala akong
Right.
listeners.
Right.
So, gigil na gigil ako mag-share ng mga natututunan ko, pero wala namang gusto makinig. So,
Mhm.
what I did was I started writing.
Mhm.
Even if number one, hindi naman talaga ako writer.
Right.
And number two, hindi rin ako mahilig magsulat.
Uh-huh.
So I
Ah.
started writing just because I wanted an outlet. Gusto ko
Mhm.
lang i-share yung mga natututunan ko. And at that time na nag-start ako magsulat, I had no concrete plans kung anong gagawin dun sa
Mhm.
sinusulat ko.
Mhm.
But, as I took the first step, the next step unfolded.
Mhm.
So, in one of the seminars that I attended, the idea of writing a book came to mind.
Right.
And I just heeded the call,
Mhm.
and the rest is history.
Right, right. So
So,
parang
yun.
it wasn't really a plan na like I guess most of the viewers would have no plans really to write a book. It's really you have something to share and you use it as an
Yes,
outlet
yes.
no to to, well,
Oo.
it's true, no? Parang uncomfortable din to talk to your friends. Kahit ako, I have that difficulty eh, especially with regard to finances, di ba? Especially,
Yup.
unless close na close mo. So, they'd be more
Oo.
comfortable reading through a book or a seminar, learning those things, no? Mm,
Yes. Kasi sensitive na issue yung
right,
money.
right. It's a very
Yes.
personal topic eh, no? Oh,
Mm.
so, once nung naging author ka, when you were doing this part-time, before we jump into the topic of actually writing the book,
Mhm.
what were the benefits that you you experienced when you became an author, and was it rewarding financially as well?
Okay, so let me talk about the non-financial benefits
Right,
muna.
right.
When I published my first book in Think Rich Yetis sometime in 2011,
Mhm,
na-publish ko pa lang siya, wala pa siya sa bookstores.
mhm,
Ang nangyari was, I was so surprised because I got invited to speak in the seminars that I attended in the
no,
previous year.
wow,
So the seminars included the Money Summit,
mhm,
was attended by around 400 people.
mhm,
And then I also got invited in many other seminars that I attended, like
mhm,
yung kay Joe Hilario na seminars niya.
right,
So, ako tuwang-tuwa na ako doon kasi I was willing to pay for those seminars.
mhm,
So, nakatipid ako in the sense na hindi ko na
oo,
kailangang magbayad.
mhm,
And since I was one of the speakers, naka-dine-in ko na rin yung mga speakers,
mhm,
yung mga other speakers na in-invite during those events.
mhm,
So, yun yung isang benefit niya. And I just kept on giving talks. So, schools also started to invite me. Companies started to invite me to give talks to their employees.
mhm,
And in-apply ko yung tinuro ni Brother Bo Sanchez na serve first and then money will follow.
right,
So
right,
what I did was, since 2011 until 2013, na in-invite ako magbigay ng talks, I did them for free.
mhm,
So,
right,
maybe the reward did not come dun sa book mismo,
right,
but yung effect ng writing a book because they saw you as someone with authority,
mhm,
credibility, ganun. So,
mhm,
yun. So, in 2011 to 2013, I've been giving talks for free. Tapos, na-realize ko na, bakit kaya hindi ko ito karirin?
yeah,
Gawin ko na lang itong career.
uh-huh,
During those times na ginagawa ko siya for free,
mhm,
I didn't ask for payment. Every time they would ask me, how much do we pay you? I would tell them, I'll do it for free.
mhm,
Because I wanted to test whether what Brother Bo said was true na serve first and then money will follow.
mhm,
And number two, I wanted to make sure na this is really a passion and I'm here not for the money but for the
mhm,
love of doing it, ganyan.
right,
And when I resigned from my company in 2013,
mhm,
I I took public speaking one step higher, parang gano'n. I
right,
had my own training company,
mhm,
Institute for Integrality Incorporated, and I also have my sole proprietorship.
right,
It's it's a consultancy company as
mhm,
well.
mhm,
So yun.
right,
In terms of the financial reward naman, of course may may monetary
right,
rewards din siya. Kasi
right,
when you sell your books,
mhm,
meron talagang margin for
mhm,
profit.
right,
So yun. So it's really it's an advocacy, it's a passion,
mhm,
and then it's true na when you're doing it, when you love what you're doing, you're serving other people
right,
through your passion, through books, the
mhm,
money will follow. So
right,
what Brother Bo said was true.
right, right.
I've
Tested
proven
and
and
proven.
tested.
Oh yes, yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So let's go naman to the book writing process itself. So a lot of
Okay.
people have no idea like how to start writing a book. So in terms of, because you have a passion for sharing your personal financial story, kung how about anyone who would like to start a book? How do they find a topic? What would you suggest them to do?
Okay. Yung topic, may mga techniques on how to find the topic for the book you want to write.
Right.
For example, kung may na-encounter kang problem na yun or obstacle in your life,
Mm-hmm.
isipin mo lang na once nakalabas ka dun sa problem na yun, once na-overcome mo yung problem na yun,
Mm-hmm.
isipin mo, kung i-share ko ba yung techniques on how I was able to overcome my problem
Right.
through a book, may
Mm-hmm.
mga may benefit kaya, may
Mm-hmm.
inspire kaya ako. So that's one.
Mm-hmm.
Number one is when you have problems, get excited. Kasi
Right.
that
Right.
could be a topic for your book.
Right. Right.
Kailangan mo lang siya ma-overcome.
Mm-hmm.
And then number two is to listen to the people around you. Ano ba yung mga problems nila
Right.
na meron ka palang solution. For
Mhm.
example, some of my ebooks, yung nagbigay sa akin na ideas on the
Mhm.
particular ebooks that I wrote, yung
Mhm.
mga readers ng seminarphilippines.com.
Right.
For example, one reader asked me, siya hindi naman ako writer, paano ba magsulat ng libro?
Mhm. Right.
So,
Right.
that gives me an idea na, okay, sige, fine. Magsusulat ako ng book about how to
Right.
write a book even if you're not a writer.
Right.
So,
Right. Mhm.
that's an ebook. And then the other ebook that I wrote was, the first ebook that I actually wrote was How to Earn While on Vacation.
Mhm.
May mga nagtatanong din kasi sa akin previously na, siya ano ba tong passive income? Paano
Mhm.
ba talaga kumita while you're on
Mhm.
vacation?
Right.
So
Right.
that is the title of my ebook, How to Earn
Mhm.
While on Vacation.
Mhm.
Tapos, another ebook na sinulat ko, yung Who Took My Hard-Earned Money.
Right.
So, that started because one time nasa fast food kami ng mga kaibigan ko. Nag-aantay na kami ng taxi going home. It
Mhm.
was about past 11
Right.
in the evening na. Tapos, sabi nung isa kong kaibigan na call center supervisor, sabi niya, siya yung staff ko, tinatanong niya ako kasi more than 6 years na raw siyang nagtatrabaho pero wala
Mhm.
daw siyang savings.
Right. Mhm.
Tapos tinignan niya ako sa mata. Sabi niya, saan ko napunta yung pera niya?
Ah.
Tapos gusto kong
Right.
sabihin na, malay ko, hindi ka naman siya kilala. Pero na-realize ko na may wisdom dun sa tanong niya. Kasi
Mhm.
I'm sure a lot of, many other employees have the same question na,
Right.
bakit matagal na ako nagtatrabaho, tapos hindi naman ako gastador,
Mhm.
hindi naman talaga ako gastador, bakit
Mhm.
wala akong savings?
Right.
So
Right.
yun, I wanted to address that problem. Kaya
Mhm.
sinulat ko yung isang ebook na Who Took My
Go to my
Hard-Earned
heart.
Money.
Right. Right.
So yun yung ginagawa kong tips. Number one,
Mhm.
if you have personal problems, pag
Mhm.
na-overcome mo yan, that could be a topic for your book.
Mhm.
Number two, just listen to the people around you.
Mhm.
Kung ano yung mga problems nila na meron kang solution,
Right.
that can be another.
Right. Very well said. Kasi hindi siya yung topic na iimbentohin mo lang na magpe-pray ka na sana may interested sa topic. It's really something na um in touch with reality and yung talagang
Yes.
nararamdaman ng tao. Right. So that's
Oo,
a
yung feeling na,
mhm. Right. So sabi natin nakuha ka ng topic which is something that someone would want. So nandiyan na
mhm,
nakaupo ka na, gusto mo na magsulat. How does the writing process go?
okay. So, magbibigay ako ng mga tips on how to write your own book.
Right.
Number one is, have an idea bank.
Okay.
Idea bank is a simple notebook lang siya
Mhm.
where you write down your ideas.
Mhm.
Kasi sometimes yung mga ideas mo, dumarating siya when you least expect
Right.
them. For
Right.
example, nasa bus ka, or
Mhm.
nasa taxi ka, or nagda-drive ka,
Mhm.
or kumakain ka, bigla naman may idea na,
Yeah.
oo nga, this could be a good idea for a book, or this could be a good idea for a particular chapter of the book.
Mhm.
So just write them down.
Mhm.
And then sometimes meron kang idea for this particular moment,
Mhm.
hindi mo pa alam kung paano siya gagawin or paano siya mag-materialize.
Mhm.
It's okay, write them down muna.
Mhm.
Kasi sometimes it takes time bago
Mhm.
ma-fully develop yung idea. So
Right.
just
Right.
write them down. Ganyan. Tapos, number two is do an outline or a
Mhm.
mind map. For example,
Right.
meron ka ng topic about the book you want to write.
Mhm.
Do a mind map.
Mhm.
Unang-unang tatanungin mo sa sarili mo, what is my book all about? In one
Right.
sentence, ano yung thesis statement mo? What is your
Mhm.
book all about?
Mhm.
Parang elevator pitch mo. Pag
Yes.
tinanong ka, what book are you writing? Ganyan. So you could finish it in one sentence.
Mhm.
Parang gano'n. And then from there, mag-create ka na ng mga outline or mind map.
Mhm.
Mind map yung ginagamit ko eh. So
Right.
simple lang yung mind map. Um, pwede mong gawin, mag-create ka ng big circle sa
Yes.
isang bond paper.
Mhm.
So, nandun yung title ng book mo or yung main idea mo or yung main topic or thesis statement mo.
Mhm.
Tapos mag-create ka ng line outside the circles,
Right.
mag-draw ka ulit ng circle. Yun na yung mga possible na chapters. Mag-create ka
Right.
ng madami ganun.
Mhm.
Yun na yung mga possible chapters for your book.
Right.
And then just write anything related to that particular chapter. For
Mhm.
example, na-divide mo na kung paano mo ba isusulat yung libro mo, ito yung first chapter, ito yung second
Mhm.
chapter. Lahat ng related dun sa chapter 1, ilalagay mo lang doon,
Right.
stories, anecdotes, or examples or
Mhm.
mga concepts, ilalagay mo lang dun.
Right.
Chapter 2, ganyan.
Mhm.
And then number 3 is to just start writing and then just keep writing.
Right.
And when you write, don't mind about your grammar, don't mind about the organization, or
Mhm.
wag mo isipin na boring kaya ito or
Right.
anything. Basta just keep writing, just let your ideas flow freely.
Mhm. Right.
And pag feeling mo na lagay mo na lahat ng mga ideas na kailangan mo ilagay dun sa particular chapters ng libro mo,
Mhm.
that's when you start editing.
Right.
And when you edit without mercy. Means na
Uh-huh.
pag may sinulat ka dun na sentences or paragraphs na hindi naman related or
Uh-huh.
hindi niya ma-reinforce yung idea,
Mhm.
delete.
Delete.
Ganon.
Okay.
And, the editing, you could outsource it to another
Mhm.
person, to a
Right.
real editor,
Right.
or to a friend na magaling sa
Mhm.
grammar or
Mhm.
magaling sa organization,
Right.
ganon.
Minsan kasi kailangan mo rin ng
Regarding,
fresh eyes for editing. Kaya may
mm,
ibang
mm,
tao
mm, mm.
makakita. Kasi medyo may bias ka sa sinulat mo.
Yes.
Right?
Tsaka pag ikaw nagsulat, parang ang hirap tanggalin nung
Mm.
particular sentence or
Tama, tama.
chapters. And then regarding naman dun sa tanong mo on the mindset,
Mhm.
yung mindset mo is, wag mong isipin na hindi ako magaling na writer. Wag mong
Mhm.
isipin yun kasi you don't write to impress other people.
Right.
You write because you want to inspire.
Mhm.
You write because you want to share an important information. So
Mhm.
yung mindset mo lagi is, makakatulong ba ito? Makakapag-inspire ba ito ng ibang tao? Ganyan. So
Mhm.
that's your mindset. Huwag mo isipin na, shucks, nakakaya hindi ako marunong magsulat. No, don't mind that. Because the editor will do his or her job editing your work.
Mhm. Right. And with regard to how did you do it with your schedule as
Hmm.
a full-time employee? Like, paano mo siya nasisingit sa araw mo?
Okay, so meron akong small notebook na I bring everywhere I go.
Right.
So pag nasa office ako, ganyan, during break,
Mhm.
meron kasi kaming morning break, 15-minute breaks in the morning, tapos meron 15-minute break in the afternoon.
Right.
During those breaks, nagsusulat ako.
Ah, talaga.
And then, during lunch breaks as well, during lunch breaks, sumasama muna ako sa mga office mates ko,
Mhm.
nagkikipag-lunch ako, let's say, for 30 minutes.
Mhm.
And then, after 30 minutes, pupunta ako sa isang tahimik na lugar sa pantry. Sabi
Aha.
ko, doon muna ako ha, ganyan, excuse ko
Aha.
muna yung sarili.
Aha.
And I would start writing.
Okay.
Tapos after work naman, I would I would go home ASAP, especially
Mhm.
pag wala naman akong meetings after work.
Mhm.
And then I would start writing. So every day ako nagsusulat.
Mhm.
Every time, basta as long as wala na akong meetings and then nasa bahay na ako,
Right.
I would start writing. And I would write every day.
Wow.
Tapos during ends, nagsusulat din ako.
Mhm.
And, di ba, pag employee ka, may mga vacation leaves.
Right.
So
Right.
sometimes, I would take vacation leaves just to
Just to
write.
write.
Yes, I would go out of town,
Uh-huh.
either Tagaytay or
Mhm.
maybe Boracay, ganon,
Right.
just to write. And
Mhm.
then sometimes also I would check in a hotel by myself
Wow.
para makapag-focus ako sa
Uh-huh.
pagsusulat ko. So, ganun, you
Wow.
just
Dedication, ah.
to, dedication talaga, and you just need to give time
Right.
to writing it.
With this schedule, how long does it take for you to finish a book?
My first book, yung Think Rich Yapis, it took me 3 years to write and publish
Mm.
the book. So
Okay.
matagal siya.
Uh-huh.
I didn't really know how to write the book. I didn't have any system.
Mhm.
Trial and error yung ginawa ko. What I did was, I looked for the best-selling books in national bookstore, ganyan,
Okay.
major bookstores. Tapos, halos lahat naman, mga books ni Brother Bo Sanchez. And then I also chose kung alin yung mga books na gusto kong basahin, yung
Mhm.
nababasa ko from end to end.
Mhm.
Yun, pinag-aralan ko lang, how did he write his books? Paano niya
Mm.
kinonstruct yung mga sentences niya, yung
Right.
mga paragraphs niya,
Right.
ganyan.
Right. And I guess
And
the further you go, like, it takes lesser time to put out a book,
yes,
no?
exactly.
So,
Because my second book, yep, yung first ebook ko naman yung How to Earn While on Vacation, it took me one day to write the
mm,
ebook.
okay. Okay.
And my
Extremes,
friend
yeah.
edited. Yes, so it took me about 3 weeks to write and publish the ebook.
Mhm.
Kasi you'll get better at it.
Right.
In the beginning lang talaga, mahirap siya, you
Mhm.
break the ice, and
Mhm.
then you develop a system.
Right.
Tapos along the way kasi na-discover ko na that there's a system for writing a book.
Right. Right, right. And you were telling me earlier na yun nga yung your first book was a print book. Then you have several ebooks as well. Could you share
Yes.
something about what would you suggest like a newbie author start with? Is it better to start with an ebook or yung yun nga go directly to print books?
Okay. So, siguro i-lay down ko kung ano yung mga advantages
Right.
ng print books versus e-books, advantages and disadvantages. Let's go first to the printed
Yeah.
copies. Yung advantage niyan is that maraming mga Pinoys na mas gusto ng physical book, yung pwede nilang nababrowse,
Yeah.
natatouch, ganyan, pwedeng mabasahin sa author. Ang disadvantage naman nun is it's expensive. It
Right.
could be expensive kasi you you have to have the book printed, di ba?
Mhm.
So, mahal din yung printing cost. And then, once you have the book printed, let's say may na-print na yung books, tapos may nakita kang mga errors.
All right.
Halimbawa, may grammatical errors,
Mhm.
gano'n. Mahirap na siyang i-edit
Mhm.
kasi na-print na yung libro eh. You have
Oo.
to sell the books before you print another batch.
Mhm.
So I suggest na I would really recommend na to go for the ebook first
Right.
because you would expect na magkakamali ka in the beginning.
Mhm.
So what's good about ebooks is that number one, it's cheap
Mhm.
kasi basically wala namang cost yung
Right.
pagpaproduce mo ng another ebook.
Right.
You just need the ebook once and then wala
Mhm.
ka namang printing cost or
Mhm.
distribution cost. Number two, pag may nakita kang errors, it's very easy
Right.
to correct them. You just need to edit the ebook and then re-upload it in your server or
Mhm.
yun. And then number three, anyone could do it. Tapos pag
Right.
ebook kasi, pwedeng a few pages lang, 50 pages or
Mhm.
100 page ebook, okay na yun.
Right.
So I would really suggest if you're an author for the first time, perhaps you may want to consider muna yung ebooks.
Right. Right.
Uh,
That would be parang it's a safer thing to do. Just like digital camera tsaka yung film, no? Digital shoot
yes,
ka lang ng shoot, then bura ka pag mali. Rather than film, yun. May cost pa to
exactly.
develop everything. So, yeah, so that's a good way to start being an author, which is digitally. Since, also, you could get feedback easier, no? Send mo lang yung, ano
Mhm.
mo, soft copy. Yep. So, sige. Sabihin natin, nasulat mo na. Nandito na yung ebook mo. How do
Mhm.
you reach your market naman? Like, how do you, of course, yung relatives mo, yung friends mo, that's the easier market to reach. How would you naman find the market for your message, for your ebook?
Okay. Well, there's the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people naman are into Facebook or
Right.
perhaps Twitter, Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You could you could post parang mga teasers about your ebook.
Mm-hmm.
Ilalagay mo yung link ng sales page mo or
Mm-hmm.
halimbawa pinag-wish mo yung ebook mo in a certain page, ilalagay mo lang yung link ng website doon
Right.
and then say a few things about your ebook, ganun.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing you could do is you could ask for testimonials
Mm-hmm.
from people who have read
Right.
your book.
Right.
Kasi yung mga tao talaga, yung mga readers, tinitingnan din nila kung ano yung mga comments ng ibang mga nagbasa.
Mm-hmm.
So, yun, gather testimonials, ganyan. In my case kasi, one of the platforms I use to market my ebooks is my blog,
Right.
seminarphilippines.com.
Mm-hmm.
Through the years, I've been blogging since 2011.
Right.
So, nakilala ko na kung sino yung audience ko, nakilala na rin nila ako.
Mm-hmm.
They know my voice,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Right.
also know them. So, every time I write a new ebook, I launch it in seminarphilippines.com, and it's being received by
Mm-hmm.
my blog readers.
Mm-hmm.
So, meron na akong captured market kaagad
Right.
who really know me, who read my work.
Mm-hmm.
Ganun. So,
Right.
that's another way to market. Kung
Mm-hmm.
meron kayong blog, you could market it in your blog.
Right.
So, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and then your blog
Right. If
interact.
sabihin natin naman, yan na may market na, mayroon nang gustong bumili sa'yo, how do you usually
Mm-hmm.
collect payments from them? Like, of course, bank deposits would be one of the would be top of mind. So, what else do
Yes.
you use for, like, to facilitate payment?
Okay. So, aside from bank deposits, I also I also accept payments via PayPal.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi sa PayPal, the readers could pay using their, let's say kung may PayPal account din sila or kung meron silang credit card.
Right.
So it's
Right.
easier because hindi na sila kailangan pumila sa bangko para
Right.
magbayad.
Tsaka
Ayun.
internationally, no? Kung may gustong bumili sa'yo from abroad,
Oo.
no? That would be convenient for them.
Yes, exactly. So,
Mm-hmm.
sa akin, two ways pala yung the way I accept payments,
Mm-hmm.
PayPal and bank
Bank
deposits.
deposits. Um, in terms of course, kung ebooks naman, you could deliver it via email, no? So how
Yes.
about your print books? What do you usually use to deliver the books to them?
Mhm. So, meron akong nahanap na courier na reliable siya.
Mm-hmm.
Tapos, they deliver the books within 2 to 3 days.
Right.
And they're much cheaper compared to the other couriers.
Uh-huh.
Ganyan. The name of the courier is
Send.
sendexpress.com.
Mm-hmm.
So, just go to their site. So, yun.
Right.
I just schedule them to pick up the books from my place, from my
Mm-hmm.
office. And then, sila lang nagde-deliver. So, it's parang kumbaga may system na rin. I don't need
Mm-hmm.
to go to them.
Right.
They go to me.
Right. So it's very
Door
convenient
to door.
talaga, no? That they pick up
Yes, very
from door to door
convenient.
talaga siya. And it's quite
Oo.
affordable. So I guess we've learned a lot from you, Sha, from your experience. You've been generous with your tips. Um, I know that you have your new book, Money and Me,
Yep.
launching that just launched recently. Would you like to
Yes.
share a few words about it to our readers? There we go. Yeah.
And this is the book Money and Me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the book. So I've shared na very passionate ako on financial literacy and
Mm-hmm.
financial management. And during that time kasi marami akong mga gustong i-share. And lahat ng alam ko on how to turn around your finances, whether you are broke right now or
Mm-hmm.
you have savings and then you want to grow them, you want to invest, lahat nilagay ko na dito.
Right.
And before kasi I was employed for 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
9 years ako employed, but as early as my first year as an employee, alam ko na hindi ako para maging empleyado.
Mm-hmm.
But it took me 8 years to
Mm-hmm.
resign from my job because ang dami kong preparation nun na ginawa.
Right.
Number one, I prepared financially. I
Mm-hmm.
prepared emotionally also. I prepared also na I had to develop my passion muna din.
Right.
And lahat ng mga preparations na ginawa ko
Mm-hmm.
during those 8 years,
Mm-hmm.
shinare ko dito sa book na to.
Wow.
So if anyone of you are planning to pursue your passions full-time,
Mm-hmm.
ano ba talaga yung mga step-by-step na gagawin ko
Mm-hmm.
bago ako makapag-quit ng job ko para ma-pursue ko yung passions ko full-time.
Mm-hmm.
So, nandito na siya. The subtitle of my book is 9 Steps to Turn Around Your Finances and Live the Life You Want.
Right. Right.
So,
I
it's
remember.
very doable. It's very easy to read.
Right. Right.
So, I'd like to invite you to be part of seminarphilippines.com. Kung hindi pa kayo subscriber ng seminarphilippines.com, just go to my site, seminarphilippines.com, and you could also download yung ebook ko na How to Earn While on Vacation with a foreword by Brother Bo Sanchez. So, seminarphilippines.com, what I blog about, what the topics I blog in seminarphilippines.com are usually just the notes I gained from the seminars I attended and lahat din ng mga learnings ko.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I write to seminarphilippines.com, I write it because I want that when you read my post, it's like you're also part of that seminar.
Right.
So
Right.
that's where I share my learnings, my notes in the different seminars I've attended.
Mm-hmm.
So there, I invite you to be part of seminarphilippines.com.
That sounds great, and I hope you do sign up with Shas seminarphilippines.com. I'm sure you'll learn a lot. And I'm also a subscriber of that, so I see the
Thank
updates
you,
as
Alan.
well. So yeah, so thank you very much for joining us, Sha, and I hope you guys learned a lot. And please feel free to email me at admin@trulyrichclubblog.com if you have any more questions. Baka pwede natin pahabol kay Sha, or if you want any more topics to be featured. So thank you very much. Bye.
Alright, you're welcome. And thank you din, Alan. Thank
Thank
you for
you.
listening and for watching.
Thank
God
you.
bless.
God bless too. Bye bye.